The National Consumer Commission has issued a critical warning that could impact thousands of drivers across South Africa. A new wave of vehicle recalls is underway, affecting several popular high-end car models, from Jeep Wrangler to a Chrysler 300C and Citroën DS models. The luxury brands like Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Volkswagen and Volvo. The concern is potential safety risks that are linked to manufacturing defects. Let's speak more about this with business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo, who is with me in studio tonight. Ntokozo, good evening to you. It is a huge concern, a massive recall, including the luxury brands. What year model are we talking about here, and what could be wrong with them?
Well, we were trying to dig into it because, you know, in the statements it gives safety issues and then slightly kind of mentions what the issues are. But if we do run through the vehicle recall summary, 10 brands that are being affected. And if we recall, the last recall in 2017 was just the Ford Kuga, one brand that was affected. So it is concerning to see the number of brands. And basically for the Jeep and Chryslers, if you have a Jeep Wrangler, they are looking at models that were manufactured between 2014 and 2016. The affected models, as I said, is the Wrangler and the Chrysler 300C. Fault, defective Takata airbags, which has the risk of exploding. Whoa. So the action there is that consumers must then take their vehicles for a free airbag repair or replacement at an authorized dealership. The Citroën recalls 2009 to 2016 models. The fault there is airbag inflators, which may deploy with excessive force. The immediate or the risk there then is metal fragments hurting you as a driver or actually injuring you severely. It could lead to death. The action there again is immediate inspection and airbag replacement that's recommended. Mercedes-Benz, 2 models that they've got on there, the CLA models, platform 118. The issue there is the rear brake, which may chafe and leak over time. And the risk is reduced braking in one brake circuit, and of course that increasing the risk of accidents. When it comes to the S-Class, they're looking at the model series 223, and those manufactured between 2020 and 2023. So that's quite a big, you know, time frame there. Yeah. The issues is the front brake hoses, which may leak in hot, moist conditions. So if you are traveling to the coast, you might find yourself having an accident. Or if you live in the coast and it's rather warm or moist on that day, issues there. And the risk is severe injury, fatality, and property damage. So the action they're calling for is obviously to, again, take it for service. Audi e-tron G2 recall from 27 October 2021. Fault there, high voltage battery which may overheat and catch fire. The risk, severe injury, fatality, and property damage. Then we have the Volkswagen and the Volvo as well. VW there, it's the Polo sedan, the recall for products from the 2nd of April 2025. So at least with VW, it's just, you know, the cars manufactured this year. So I suppose others don't need to worry. But the issues there, and I think they have the highest number of units affected, about 905 vehicles that are affected. The issue is the rear seat belts, which the latch plates might fail during a crash, and we know what a difference wearing a seat belt makes when you have an accident. So they're also calling for a check there. And then the Volvo, 27 units affected. The battery may overheat when fully charged. They're also saying then the risk there is potential of fire. And they do, all the manufacturers do encourage consumers to, with immediate effect, look at their VIN number to see if their vehicle is on the list. And with immediate effect, go to the dealerships where they bought the cars or to the manufacturer. Must remember, I think important is to note that it should be free of charge. So if consumers come across any costs, they can go to the motor industry ombuds if they don't get help from their dealer or the manufacturer.
Very detailed indeed, and no follow-ups from my end, because I was about to ask, when is this supposed to happen, and will there be
immediately
any cost? So
the companies released the statements last week already, so immediately.
All right.